They have blown it open. Embiid fakes, Embiid down the lane!
I know that sucked. I'm trying to find better ideas. Just bear with me. Welcome back to So You're Interested In, the show where I break down an artist's discography in order to give you, the viewer, the best possible jumping off point in order to get into their catalog. On this installment, we'll be combing through the gorgeous discography of one Moses Sumney. But first, I would like to introduce you to my new friends over at Backflip Magazine. Backflip Magazine is your ticket to premium brain stimulation. Whether you need a nudge to pursue your creative passions, a pinch of inspiration to keep you focused, or a serving of world-class entertainment to go with your morning coffee, Backflip Magazine brings you perspectives that encourage you to live an extraordinary life. Look out for issue number 1 coming in February of 2023. For updates, announcements, and a chance to win some merch, you can go ahead and find them at www.backflipmagazine.com, or you can follow them on Instagram at Backflip Magazine. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. Here we are talking about Moses Sumney. Finding this intriguing sound that feels like a grandiose version of Indian art rock, Sumney has pushed the boundaries of what his music could be. Time after time, album after album, Sumney refuses to be held stagnant to one sound or style. He thrives in the open fields of his instrumentals as his voice plays in these elaborate and beautiful playgrounds. His music is second to none, and his discography is absolutely worth getting into. So, to help you out, just like always, I'll be recommending 2 albums and 3 individual tracks that I think you need to be checking out before you start your pilgrimage into Moses Sumney's music. Without further ado, let's dive into the albums. The first album from Moses Sumney that you should check out is his 2017 LP, Aromanticism. This is the perfect starting point for new Sumney fans, as Aromanticism flexes his impeccable songwriting while also forcing him to open up to new sounds and ideas. Don't Bother Calling is a testament to this claim, despite its rather basic construction and production. The word cinematic will probably be used a lot while talking about Sumney, mainly because his music is the audio equivalent of watching a masterpiece in 70mm film. His music is a deeply personal and stunning experience. Quarrel will back up this claim as well, as all 6 minutes of its runtime are spent painting an elegant portrait of a relationship in carnage. The instrumental choices here are fantastic as well, using a menagerie of instruments that you probably wouldn't have thought about using, but in the end it all culminates together into this epic. And then we have Doomed, which is another standout cut on this album. Forged from nothing and thriving in emptiness, Doomed puts Sumney's vocals in the spotlight for all to hear. It's the type of track that will leave your mouth agape throughout its entire duration. I cannot recommend Aromanticism enough, so please go out and give it a spin. The next record that you should listen to is actually Sumney's latest studio album, Gray. Adding on to these sounds that are found on Aromanticism, Gray is a complete expansion of Sumney's themes and ideas. Not only are the instrumentals fabulous on this record, but Sumney's vocals are just simply divine. For instance, on Cut Me, it takes all of like 5 seconds until you're greeted to Sumney's otherworldly vocals. This, of course, continues throughout the whole track, allowing the minimalist drum and bass-driven instrumental to breathe life into every facet of the song. Verl, on the other hand, brings the heat with this cinematic, cathartic piece that is just bursting at the seam with character. Once again, it's Sumney's vocal performance and direction that is truly the standout here. And it doesn't hurt that the instrumental also kicks ass too. The track Polly features this basic yet striking acoustic guitar that allows for Sumney to soar above with his falsetto chops. Simply put, this is an incredible Scorned Lovers track that will have you coming back year after year. Finally, I would like to touch on Me in 20 Years, which is just an unreal cut that focuses on human growth and the questions that we have from the future to our past selves. The song is existential as hell, but it could probably bring some comfort into your life while also raising your own questions about your own life and the decisions that you have made. I don't know, I love a good song that makes you think, and Me in 20 Years does exactly that. Gray is a masterpiece of a double LP, one that will most certainly have you deep within your feels throughout the entirety of the project. Hey, just a reminder, I didn't name this my 3rd favorite album of 2020 for nothing. I know it's your favorite part of the video where we stop talking about the albums and move into the tracks. The first track that I think you need to hear is Seeds from the 2015 single Seeds Backed with Please. Going this far back into its discography means that things aren't as polished or as forward-thinking as some of the material that I've talked about thus far, but that does not detract from the song in the slightest bit. You can hear some early Bon Iver in there, but don't be mistaken into thinking that Sumney is not his own artist. His flares are ever present on Seeds, and that alone will make checking out this track worthwhile. Don't miss out on it. Another standout cut is Rank and File from his 2018 EP Black and Deep Red. Sumney doesn't have too many songs like this in his discography, but god damn it man, hearing this song makes me want to run through a wall. There's an eeriness to his call to action, almost in the same way that some Radiohead tracks will leave you feeling uncomfortable and empowered all at the same time. The drums create an aura of uneasiness while the backing vocals sound like tempting demons from hell. Personally, it's one of my favorite Sumney tracks, and I think that you'll enjoy it as well. Finally, I'd like to talk about Conveyor from the 2021 live album Live from Black Alatia. I believe I pronounced that correctly, but I could be wrong. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I am a sucker to tag a live song at the end of this section here, and Conveyor is the perfect pick for a few reasons. A, it's a killer cut from Grey that I probably would have found myself talking about regardless. B, the post-punk intro and the near dance approach to the instrumental at the end there is just absolutely infectious. Like I said, I love the original recording of Conveyor, but I do think that the live version adds a bit of an extra spice to the track. The whole album is worth checking out too, but if you only have time for one live Moses Sumney song, make sure that it's Conveyor. And that right there will conclude my video on Moses Sumney. Be sure to go check out his music. All of the albums and tracks that I've suggested here are located in the description box below. You can scroll to check that out and also scroll a little bit more to leave a comment down below. Maybe this is the first time that you've ever even heard of Moses Sumney and you're taking my recommendations on a whim. Let me know if you like them or dislike them. Maybe you're already a huge Moses Sumney fan and you thought that I made the wrong picks all the way down the list. Just what are you doing? You screw up, you idiot. Whatever it is, be sure to leave a comment down there. I won't take it personally, and if I do, I can scream into my pillow in the middle of the night. That works too. You can also suggest any artists that you'd like to see covered on this show. Just know already, please, that I do have a bit of a backlog built up of videos, so if you don't see your recommendation immediately, don't take it personally. I am working on it, or I thought it was a bad idea. I don't really know. I don't know what you're suggesting. But yeah, just know I do take your recommendations very seriously and have used some of your recommendations in the past. So if you did that, thank you. Be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this every single week, along with a show called Stacks of Wax that comes out around once a month, where I show off my record collection A through Z and just really flex my vinyl muscle on you. Oh, and as you probably saw already, we had a sponsor on this video, which has never happened before. So be sure to check out the brand spanking new Backflip magazine. The first issue will be out in February of 2023, but like I said, you can go to their website or check out their Instagram. So that just about covers everything that I usually say. Besides, of course, please go out and support your local record store along with the local artists in your area. And until I see you next time, happy listening.